The police line, the 911 dispatcher lit up with call after call, Muskegon Heights, Michigan, with calls from people saying they hearing shots fired, Sherman and Jarman. More calls, shots fired down Jarman. More calls after that. This one. This time the call to the police said a car slammed into a house. When the police got there and the EMS, they found a 32-year-old man inside and tended to him, but he later passed away at the hospital. That's what we talking about in this episode of the Block Report. Let's get into it.
Ready, Alpha 5-6, currently bound Echo with a 30s male. Car had went into a house. Patient has multiple GFW wounds, at least one to the back, one to the upper left quadrant of the abdomen. He is combative. Let's go! So far, been unable to get any vitals. We'll be there in about 4.
Okay, keep us updated with any changes. Trauma C on arrival, train to clear.
What y'all just listened to, the 911 tape of a man that was just shot, probably being chased. He's scared. You can hear it in the tape. He was fighting. He was real combative with the police. With the paramedics. You can hear it. Let's listen.
Ready, Alpha 5-6, currently bound Echo with a 30s male. Car had went into a house. Patient has multiple GFW wounds.
He already got multiple gunshot wounds. You can hear him screaming in the background. Now, just listen to the paramedic scream, "Let go, let go."
At least one to the back, one to the upper left quadrant of the abdomen. He is combative. Let's go! So far, been unable to get any vitals.
And no vitals. He combative, and they also finding no vitals.
We'll be there in about 4.
Okay, keep us updated with any changes.
That's very disturbing. So, and it was a crash. It was reports that once he got out of the car that he was hit, but that don't make no sense once we read what the police chief said. We're going to bring it up next. The police chief said when they got to the car, he was still inside. So let's get to that.
Trauma C on.
I'm going to read this together. Just a press release. That's Muskegon Heights Police Chief Maurice Sane, who you see on the screen. This is a press release from him about this event. For immediate release, April 15th, 2026. Location, 2500 block of Jarman Street. Time, 9:07 p.m. This 4/14/2026. On 4/14/2026, at around 9:07 p.m., Muskegon Central Dispatch received 911 calls about shots being fired in the 2500 block of Jarman Street in the city of Muskegon Heights. Also, around the same time, 911 calls came in about a vehicle that had crashed into a building in the 2300 block of Jarman Street. Officers from Muskegon Heights Police Department, along with Muskegon Heights Fire Department and Trinity Health EMS, were dispatched to the traffic crash. Upon the arrival of the officers to the crash, a 32-year-old male from Muskegon Heights was located in the vehicle with gunshot wounds. The male was transported to Trinity Health Sherman campus, where he succumbed to his injuries. Officers from several local departments were called to the scene to help with the crowd, and while doing so, discovered evidence from the shots being fired. Detectives from the Muskegon Heights Police Department, Muskegon State Police, and the Muskegon Major Case Initiative Task Force were called to the scene. Detectives actively worked on this case throughout the night and continue to do so at this time. There is no further information at this time, and Muskegon Heights Police request that anyone with information please call Muskegon Heights PD. And then they put their number. Y'all can see it on the screen. This is what we know about the deceased. His name was Handsome Peter Parker. He was 32 years old. He suffered from multiple gunshot wounds. That's GSWs. He had a trauma C requested. That's what they called for when the paramedics was over him, and you hear it in the recording. We'll go into that later. He passed away at the hospital. He did make it to the hospital. He was alive when he left the scene, but he ultimately passed at the hospital. We also know that he was just released from federal prison. He's been out maybe a year, and we also know, due to the multiple GSWs, that his death was ruled a homicide. What's up, y'all? This segment of the Block Report is called Field Commentary. This is when we take our lives from our boots on the ground reporting, because we be first on the scene before any other news reporters, any other news stations in Muskegon, Michigan. So this is where we'll take our lives, we'll download them, and then insert them inside here, then we'll walk through. So let's go. I pulled up at this scene and jumped out, but I pulled up way back on Sherman. But look over to the right here, you'll see shell cases right there. It started on Sherman, but it extended all the way down to Jarman, about 3 blocks. When I was walking down Jarman, I saw this trash, and it was bust open and it was spilled everywhere. And it looked as if that's somebody saying the block paper.
What that is? What I do?
So, but it looked like some type of crash happened. Maybe it was a part of the chase that occurred. So we don't know. And it'll be a while before we find out. But when we do find out, we will let you know. Now, I fast forwarded a while and I went straight down the street to the crash scene. And there it is over there. It's roped off. At this time, he was already gone. And that scene, that tape that we watched before, had already happened and everything transpired. He was already transported to the hospital, and whatever happened there happened. But we came at this time. The weather was picking up and getting real bad. It was a tornado warning. It was bad, and it was just a horrible night all around.
They put like a little sheet up. All right, I can put my phone on a little stand now, y'all. Damn, hold this real quick, cuz. Right, hold this real quick.
Now this is important. This is real life happening. Like I said, we live when this was recorded, and I'm playing it back and doing commentary on what was going on. But what's about to come up, and this is important. I'm about to end it after this video, this segment. But it's important that you hear in real life and the real concern. And this guy's, his mother calls him while I'm right there, and she asks, "Is he all right?" Let's go.
Hey, y'all all right out there? We listen to the police scanner.
Yeah, I think somebody.
She said she was listening to the police scanner, so she heard what was going on, and she called to check on her child, which it probably happened in a lot of households that last night or this night, whenever this happened. All right, that's it for this episode of the Block Report. We'll keep y'all updated as this case develops. Y'all just make sure y'all subscribe and stay tuned.